Lips are moving, but you can't hear me. Let's see if I did something. I'm always got something new here that I'm doing that messing stuff up with. Let's see. It's no audio, no voice. What did I do wrong here now? Test, 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 test. All right, how about this? Monitor and output. Does that work? Can you hear me now? Very quiet. The audio's quiet, or how about me? Can you hear me? I'm still having an issue with my audio coming out here. Can barely hear me, huh? Let's see here. Let me turn myself up. How about now? Is this better? How about now? Test, 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 test. I don't know why the audio. Oh, you know what it is? The stupid mic in the Windows constantly changes my mic volume. So I got to go in here and find the mic access. Sorry. Let's see if I can do it. There, I should be a little louder. How about this? Okay. All right. So, and I wanted to test my volume compared to the audio, because I've noticed in previous recordings that my desktop volume is really loud and overbearing. So can we still hear me over top the music? And good night, not good night, but okay, so I'm gonna stop this silly music here. Welcome everybody, and sorry for getting started late. I know that this is pretty late for everybody. Sorry, Scott, are you in Canada too? Or are you just assuming that I'm making the show for the Canadian, the Manitoban audience? So I got this new, I'm working on this edgy project that has garnered me enormous hate from Elon fans, I guess. They're not really understanding the point of this exercise that I'm doing. Let me show you my analytics here. I'm going to bring it over here. So here are my analytics, if we can see them. This is fascinating. the whole point of this was that the whole point of everything was that the right always complains about the restrictions on their freedom of speech and how the left is too woke and that comedy, people need to be less sensitive about comedy. So the whole point of this was not necessarily to tell Elon to go off himself, but to illustrate that these people only like this when it's done to the people they want to hurt. So my idea was to take all of their humor or whatever and try to repackage it as though it was coming from their side. So the whole point of Greg Gutfeld, if you've ever watched the Greg Gutfeld show, it's absolutely terrible. It's like a rehash of the old Bill Maher, what was it, Bill Maher? He had a show, Politically Incorrect. But Bill Maher actually used to bring on guests. So he'd bring on people and have them talk about issues. But all Gutfeld does is get his little sycophants on the show. So I thought it'd be funny if they talk about Elon doing it. Yeah, Elon, he did say it's legal, but he also said that, here it is on this thing here. Oh, I'm losing the thread here. Let me go back to whoops, that's the wrong one here. Where was I lost my stats. I wanted to show you guys my stats and I totally lost them. Okay, I think this is it. All right, so here we'll go back. We'll look at my analytics. And again, anybody who does the YouTube thing, I'm more than willing to share what I've learned in my couple of years working here tirelessly. But here we go. This video has, let's see, can I zoom in on that? I don't know how, let's see. We've got 57% like rating on this one. And it's got only 34 likes for 2,000 views. The comments are pretty funny. I'll go and look at the comments. There's 40. I love 40. This is why you will continue to lose. You're all insane. Democrats are done. Finished. Over. This looks clearly like it's some sort of bot. I don't understand anybody who would go into a video about Elon Musk and put hearts saying Trump. There's a friend of the channel, Turtle Time, and I'm going to assume that this is Charlie. So look, there's a Trump again. So this person was kind about the editing. It wasn't technically AI editing. All of the editing is done, by hand. Let's see. Can I have his stuff? I'm good here. Again, Trump. So this person, Scott Smith, says, your mom bangs women. And I said that my mother was taken from me in a gruesome triple murder when I was a small child. If it would bring her back, I'd be okay with whatever her sexual preferences were. And he responds, and you put out a video celebrating death. You are the problem with a thumb up in a different color. So, Scott, your favorite Bill Maher was being confronted by Roddy Piper. I have not seen that one. I remember very little of the old show. I remember it was on like ABC, and he got canceled for saying that the people who flew the planes into the towers, the Twin Towers, were not cowards. It takes a lot of bravery to fly a plane into a tower, and people took offense to that. So anyways, let's see here. This person said, wow, that was so original. I forgot to laugh. So this video is getting enormous hate, and it makes me wonder how the next video is probably going to do even better. The next video is super, super dark. I'm a little worried about it. It is far darker than the other ones. So I'm kind of excited to see how it plays out. I'm to the point in this video here. This is the video where Elon says that empathy is bad. Let's see here. And I was going to do a little bit of, let's see if I can do a little bit of, what was this thing here? I'm going to do some real-time, very tall bar action here for you guys.
Actually, suicide rates going on.
They won't do it.
There's another good one here.
God, like,
so
you would do.
Yeah,
you would say you don't need ID, and you can mail in your ballot.
So they're sitting here talking about how all of the effort to have any kind of consideration for the difficulty of voting is just to turn these states blue. And it has nothing to do with actually the democratic process. And in this video, he says that empathy is terrible and it's a scourge. It's a virus. So I decided that I was going to have no empathy. I'm a person who generally filled with a great degree of empathy. It's pretty easy to make me think about the plight of somebody else and get pretty sad about it. Even in this video I'm making here, I'll play a little bit of the start. I'm not going to play this whole video because it's gonna go up tomorrow, and I don't want anything funky happening as far as YouTube engaging in some kind of weird demonetization or censorship or whatever. So, and BB is here. It's good to see you, BB. We were just talking about Canada. Scott demanded a Canadian apology from me because I guess I'm being welcomed among the Canadian contingency these days. I'm hoping to get out of here. Bill said that wrestling isn't real, and he asked if the fans are in on the bit. Piper got his ass out to brag about a steel hip. Yeah, it is like, I mean, it is a kind of, they do the routines, they kind of work them out. But as far as like the damage it does to their bodies, it's it just destroys their bodies. Darren Aronofsky's movie The Wrestler does a really good job of covering, not covering, but it's a really good movie about that subject material. If you haven't seen The Wrestler, it's a fantastic movie. It is basically about how human beings, all of our bodies deteriorate. Like the story covers who's the actor? Mickey Rourke plays a wrestler, and it's about how his body is going out, and if he continues to do this, he's going to destroy himself. And he has a relationship with, I believe it's Marissa Tomei, and Marissa Tomei is basically a dancer, and it's the same thing for her. As she ages, she's no longer able to engage in the thing that actually gave not livelihood, but actually supported her. So both of these characters are experiencing the same thing. It's such a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I love the movie. Canada loves Digby. Woot, woot, woot for Digby. Let's see if Digby comes on. Here he goes. And Digby loves Canada. Get me there as soon as possible. If you can maybe put me in a box and ship me over there. I don't need to go with terminal mode. I'm my own guy. All right. So anyways, this new video, here we go. And I'm really wondering how this can play out, because it's not even, there's some funny moments in this new one, but it's more dark. There's some good jokes in it, but it really is like a hardcore gallows humor. But the idea here is we've got Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and since they're both comedy legends and they both are free speech advocates, I thought I'd take the storyline of Elon going on the various shows. And, well, I don't know, for people who aren't following the story, let me hold on one second. Got to get my window open here again. I'm confused and lost as always. People not following the story. The story so far is that the girl made the video about how much Elon sucks. And then the next video, let's see, I can show the videos here. I'm not going to play them, but so the first video is Elon sucks at everything, where the girl talks about, it was actually a fan-made video. The funny thing about it is that this is a fan-made video that I changed. So people might not get the humor because they don't understand that this girl was just fawning over Elon, and I turned it into just insults. So that was the first video that came out. And then I followed it up with, let's see here. It was followed up with the video in which he talks about killing himself on Greg Gutfeld. He agrees to kill himself on Greg Gutfeld. And Gutfeld's excited about that because Gutfeld has the 10 p.m. slot. And let's see, Gutfeld had the 10 p.m. slot. And so that was that one. So in the next one, they're all on the 5 talking about it. And they're talking about how Gutfeld is talking about how he's going to get Elon on the show and it's going to bring his ratings. And then they quarrel about where Elon's going to do this. So the whole story that I'm trying to write now is, let's put me back up here, that Elon Musk is going to do this thing. Has a downward spiral, and everybody's jockeying to get him on the show, so he does this thing on their show, because essentially and our media system and under capitalism, everybody becomes a commodity. So the idea in my brain is that Elon Musk downfall, the media would cover it this way. If he was having a downfall, everybody, it would be so sensational and everybody would be covering. So I thought it'd be funny just to make it an extreme thing where he's considering he's going to do this thing, and he's going to pay everybody back in America for kind of ruining our country, or not ruining it, but, you know, making it worse than it already was. And so the next idea was Joe Rogan's really upset about that. So I'll start this video. I'll play a little bit of it so far.
Here's what you said on Fox News.
I feel that I should do something everyone will enjoy. And what better way to do that than to kill myself on Fox News primetime?
Elon, I've been sucking your puckered asshole for years now, and this is how you thank me?
All right, so that's the beginning of this video. Is Joe Rogan's super upset about that. And I'm going to put this one up. I still haven't finished all the lip syncing and whatnot on it, so it's going to come out tomorrow. So it's been pushing myself to try to get these, up every other day or so. So expect this video out tomorrow. And again, just a warning, it's really darker than all of the other videos that I've done so far. But the whole point is that if these guys believe in free speech and they believe in edgy humor that hurts other people's feelings, then let's see how committed they are to that. So hopefully it does okay. And I mean, when I say do okay, the best thing to happen would be for it to get in the the algorithms of these people who really fawn over these people, because these dudes are making the world a worse place. Let's go to the chat. We have Pantha says that scenes of the wrestler pop in her head. I still remember the movie vividly, just because of how poignant it was. Probably because if you watch it when you're really young, it's not going to mean much to you. But if you watch it as a person who understands that the human body breaks down and that we age and that we're no longer able to do the things that we used to do, it's a really poignant movie. We got Scott LaRock says that he loved The Wrestler. Mickey Rourke, not so much. Yeah, I don't really care for Mickey Rourke. That was probably the best that he's ever done. But one of my actually, it's the guy who is running the Brainerd Museum of Pop Culture. He used to make me go see Mickey Rourke movies all the time because he thought Mickey Rourke was cool. I think Mickey Rourke was in, when we were kids, he really loved the movie or the book Rumblefish. I think Mickey Rourke is in that. So he kind of became a lifelong Mickey Rourke fan. So he took me to see Harley Davidson and the Motorcycle Man with Mickey Rourke and was it the guy from Miami Vice or something? Terrible movie. Yeah, Scott LaRock, it's kind of he doesn't, I'm not going to go that far as like doing it, because I still want to carry the story forward. The story forward is that Elon Musk I want to try to make like a serialized soap opera. Elon Musk is shopping this around, not shopping it around, but he wants to do it, and since he's a person who likes the limelight, he wants to do it in the best place possible. And so the conversation with Joe Rogan is about how Joe Rogan's disappointed in him. It's kind of affected their friendship. So it's about friendship. And I'm pretty proud of it, but we'll see how it goes. And there's Not Steve. Not Steve is a Patreon member, and I have not been putting Not Steve's name on these last few videos, even though Not Steve is one of the premier Patreons or patrons. I haven't been putting your name on it because I don't want you to be affiliated with how dark and disgusting this is. But you do make these things possible, Not Steve. And Pantha to a lesser extent, even though she's on the value tier. She's on the dollar menu when it comes to the Patreon. Let's see, wasn't Mickey Rourke the mentally disabled guy in the Goonies? He was, I think he kind of looks like that. We talked about this last week, didn't we? I asked who the guy in the Goonies was, and it was Sloth. Yeah, in The Wrestler, he does, like, you can see the ravages on, I mean, that's partly why he worked for the role, was just because of how kind of disgusting and hardened his body was. So, yeah, we all are. I'm sorry, Pantha. I didn't mean to give you a hard time about it. And I told you that I feel like anybody who doesn't have any if your life is not, if you have debts, if you have car payments of those things, I don't really think that anybody should sign up for the Patreon. But if you're a person who has a relatively comfortable life, I'm willing to sell out and put your name on in the credits, like the Brainerd Museum. So, anywho, let's see here. I'm excited about this. Let's see if there's anything else I could share. Let's see. I'll play a little bit more here. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning again, and then I'll play just a little bit more. I was trying to get it done. The reason why I'm so late today is because I was trying to get it done and premiered on the live stream for you guys. But I'll play just a little bit more. It's a minute and so on, but here we go.
Here's what you said on Fox News.
I feel that I should do something everyone.
One of the things that I think is hilarious about the Joe Rogan show is, like, this graphic really bothers me, how it's on his face. They've been doing this podcast for how long, and they still haven't figured out a nice way. It's so easy. It like takes 5 minutes of work to, put it somewhere where it looks normal, but instead they just plop it on Joe Rogan's face. It pains me not to fix this, but I was like, well, this is how his show works. So I gotta follow the stupidity of his show.
Thing everyone will enjoy. And what better way to do that than to kill myself on Fox News primetime?
Elon, I've been sucking your puckered asshole for years now, and this is how you thank me?
Give me a second, Joe. Let me explain.
No, Elon. Let me fucking explain.
Joe, please.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, so there it is. The I'm still working the lip sync. I'm gonna have to touch it up. I used Face Fusion for a lot of the lip syncing, but you have to go in and touch it up manually. So I'm probably gonna have to go in and I want to make it a little nicer. So I'm gonna edit some of these frames so the lip sync looks a little bit better. Now, Steve, I'd like to promote anybody who helps support the project. So if you like your name in it, I'd be fine putting it in there. But if you would like it out, I can take it out. Whatever you want to do. And I can just put Panther's name in there instead. Panther says, I choose to believe that editors choose to cover his face so they don't have to see him mouth breathing as much. That's a really, the one thing that I noticed in this video, let's see, I'll turn off scrubbing so you guys don't have to hear that. I noticed how terrible the editing is. Like on the show, it's so lazy. And like, look at this table. It's like, this is like a guy, these are, multi-million. I guess maybe they're trying to appeal to people who keep trash on their table like this, but this is just like, it's terrible. And what is this? I guess this is, these are all the products he's advertising. These are probably nicotine pills. But I think you're right. There, like that's one thing when I was editing this, I realized how the editing on the original was really bad. They just jump from person to person and it's just awful. Like, it's amazing that these people have so much money and they do such a terrible job. Also, the set sucks. Yeah, it's probably Zen. All right. So, anywho, I'll want to check something here real quick. If anybody wants to call in, you're welcome to call in here and talk about something. I got the link to call in is always available. So if you want to hear your voice or promote your own whatever, you're welcome to the link and whatnot. If anybody has anything interesting they saw, you're welcome to pressure me into watching a video. And I'm not like these other people. It's not a paid stream where I'm going to force people to pay me to watch something or listen to something. All right. No, Steve, I totally appreciate it. You're one of the original, or maybe like you're not quite the first, but you're up there. So you've got a special place in my heart, not Steve. Let's see. There was one other thing. I'm going to play these. I showed these last week. Oh, I got this. If anybody wants to do this. If anybody wants to, I got a quicker version of image to video. So I was trying to do, I constantly talk about this, trying to make some, whenever I do these videos, I try to use AI in a clever way to get things. It's tough. And I don't like the idea of AI slop, but I think AI does have a utility. So here, if you have an idea for an image generation, let me know. If you have an image that you want animated I tried to animate my cat, my image for my robot, and swatch rig the cat here. So this is how it turned out. Really kind of slipshod. I did a bunch of these trying to get something, but the AI doesn't know where the cat should type or whatnot, or the robot should type. So, and the cat doesn't quite, I mean, he looks like my cat, but his eyes are really messed up. So there's that. I was trying to do this, and then I was trying to do another embarrassing Elon video where he turned into a baby, and that turned out terrible. That just like looked horrific, so I couldn't use that. And then I was like, well, what if Elon falls? And this is how the AI decided that Elon would fall. Let me shut this. There was another one. I was like, well, what if I have Elon, whoops, don't want to do that. What if Elon picked his nose? Could I have him pick his nose? And then this is how AI decided that picking your nose looks like. So, and the thing about AI to remember is that sometimes you lose the consistency, or I don't know if it's called consistency. But the continuity between things can shift dramatically. So you can see his face turn to something else. But with a program like Face Fusion, you can go back in there and re-put the face back on there. So if you get something good, you can rework it. So this was another one trying to pick his nose. Not very good. I wanted to, actually, this was, he sticks his finger in his nose and then he puts it in his mouth. That didn't work out well either. Then I was like, another one where he's falling down, but that didn't work. You basically have to waste a lot of processing power and money to try to do this. I went back to the sexy Elon dancing. Face consistency changed and his hands morphed. That didn't work. More dancing again. I don't know where I'm running with this, but I guess this was the really racy thing. So I don't know if people remember Bud Dwyer. Bud Dwyer is the person from he was a person accused of corruption in, I think it was Pennsylvania. And I guess he took it hard. And there's some question as to whether he really did do it. Whether he really was corrupt. But anyways, he took an envelope with a gun in it onto a television appearance and shot himself in the head. So the song Hey Man, Nice Shot supposedly is about this. So somebody put this on Twitter on they posted it to the video, the original video that I made about Elon on Greg Gutfeld. And I thought, well, what if I could try to animate that? That'd be very cool if he does Bud Dwyer's telling people to remain calm and back off while he does this deed in front of them. And all of these generations were pretty bad. So that was I don't understand this one at all. Maybe that sometimes like things linger on, like why is that thing in that person's nose? And I have no idea. The Oral Nuts did a good Transformer video about America Now. I'll have to check them out again. I haven't had the time to really watch anything. I'm just sometimes when you end up, if you fixate on creating stuff, it's really hard to stop and watch what other people are doing. All right, AB, it's good to see you, AB. You can redeem yourself here, AB. I've got and also I've been watching you. Been seeing you on the Discord playing some Hearthstone. Pantha and I used to play Hearthstone together, so. My deck is probably way out of date since I haven't played in 10 years. AB, you can redeem yourself. I've got a quicker version. This is WAN 2.1, but it's a 1.3b version. It can generate, if you give me an image, you can link me an image on anywhere and tell me what you want to happen in the image. We can do some real-time AI generations. Also, if you just want to do text to video or anything like that, if anybody has anything they want generated, let me know. For the AI stuff, there are like a lot of different options. You can sign up for these subscription services like Runway ML or OpenAI has some, and a lot of people, what they basically do is they take these open source tools, like WAN is open source, and they'll just put the code on their website and just write an interface for it, and then they charge you for generations. So I'm not, it doesn't seem unethical, but if you have a powerful PC, you can do it locally. But powerful PC, to really do it, you need like the 90 series processors, like a 3090 or a 4090 or a 5090, because they have 24 gigabytes of memory. I only have a 4080. The other thing seems like the 4080 is like out of my budget, frankly. I used to have a 3060 and I upgraded the 4080 to do AI. But if you have a 4080, you can do the generations locally, and you don't have to deal with the censorship issues, because like if you go to Runway or any of those sites and you try to do a video about Donald Trump or Elon Musk, they'll censor you. But locally, you have full control over it, because there's no restrictions on your, what you want to say. So that's the great thing about local AI. Same thing for like, I've been using, let's see, I don't want to boot it up, but this program here is E2F5 TTS. It's a text-to-speech. It's a new text-to-speech algorithm. I've been using it for all my voices. I used to use 11 Labs, which was really good as far as cloning voices, but they don't let you do anybody's voice that is a notable person. So I'm doing this locally on my own machine now. Anywho, like I said, do you have an idea for something that we could generate here? And let's see here. Go back to WAN 2.1. Just drop an image in here and tell me what you wanted to have happen. I always wanted to do some Digby stuff. I think I showed that before, that I did some Digby stuff, and he was terrible in them because he's not good in AI. I am missing something, so 1 second. Okay, here I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. So, and I'm lost. I just had a total brain fart here. So anyways, if anybody could, you guys can all help out the tide against how these videos recently are getting slammed. People can, leave comments, funny comments. Turtle Time, I noticed, is in there, leaving their comments. So I appreciate that, just to push back against the volume of hate they get. If it gets, I think what happens is if it gets too much dislike, that you'll totally fall out of the algorithm. What they want is they want a balance of people who hate it and are engaged with it, and people who love it who are engaged with it. So if it goes in either way, sometimes they'll, take it out of the algorithm. And I'm going to show again here. Where is this? I'll show how that happens. My videos. So if I go here to this video here, again, it's approaching, I don't think I've ever had a video that has less than 50%. This is like, people are fanatical about Elon Musk. Like this one person, like they went and they started harassing other people who liked the video. Who was it that had a comment? And it was Liam in DC. Liam in DC just had a little comment, and then this person just I guess they just love Elon Musk so much that they've made him so much a part of their personality that any criticism of him is taken personally. And I think that's a problem in general, is that when you have a culture that's focused on celebrity, like we do in America, rather than a culture that's focused on ideas, that people bound themselves up in that person rather than any sort of ideas or, philosophy or logic or anything. So criticism of the person that they really like becomes criticism of them. Let's see. Oops, something happened here. No, BB, I'm on everything. BB, you're the most dedicated in terms of that. So I love you for it. And again, I think it's funny, as far as BB's history, when I first saw you comment, I was like, BB, who's BB? I have a number of friends who have the BB initials, and I was like, oh, is this person? And again, I'm not supposed to say this because Incubator doesn't want me doxing myself, but my mom's name is BB. I was like, is this my mom? Is she being this supportive of my efforts? So there's so many people who have BB, and that's why, again, I was like, I just want to refer to everybody as BB, but we got AB here, and there is something to be said for the alphabetical nature of that. A video in which Digby punches Elon in the gut. I could try. I mean, let's see if we could. Let's see if people are bored, or I don't know if people have. I don't know what the situation is as far as live streaming goes, like how to keep people entertained or whatever. But we could, like, let's see if we could find. Well, let's see if we can find a picture of Elon, and we'll take Digby, and then we'll take a picture of Digby and see if we can get Elon punched. So let's see, Elon. This is going to be really shitty, everybody. So you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, so I got an image of Elon here. Let's see. Put this on my desktop. All right, so we got our image of Elon, and I hate Adobe products, as everybody knows, and I'm hoping to get rid of it, but that's a terrible picture. What the hell? This one says it's 1080p, so let's try this. All right, so Digby transforming into a Tesla. Ooh, that'd be cool. That'd be probably pretty easy to do. Let's do that one quick. I'm gonna set that one to run while I'm creating the other images. So let's do this. I gotta find a picture of Digby somewhere. Digby, let's see. All right, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing, and I'll give us the old Canadian apology, eh? Sorry, eh? Oh, this video has this is a video. All right, let's see here. I got Digby here. I'm gonna have to take a snapshot here of this. So here's a Digby image, and let's wait till that. All right, so I'm gonna. I hope I got the stupid light in there. For sure. All right, and I'm in the image. All right, so here's Digby. His lights are off. That's not going to be as exciting. I gotta wait till the thing happens here. All right. All right, sorry for my incompetence, everybody. All right, so we got a picture of Digby here. I'm going to take that from my screenshots folder. All right, and we're gonna do Panther's generation. If you guys want to, let me know what the prompt should be, for the AP nerds, who and let me know if you've got a better way of writing this. The robot transforms. Should I say like a transformer? Do you think it knows that? I don't know. Like a transformer robot into a Cybertruck. It's not going to know Cybertruck, I doubt. But let's see. All right. And this should be fairly quick because I got this better model going, but we'll see. Probably because I have all these other... Oh, I have Photoshop open. All right. And my computer locked up. So the stream has probably come to a halt. All right. Maybe it's going now? All right. It's going. Sorry for the hiccup there, but this thing basically takes over my video card when I run it. So we're doing Panther's stream. Panther's. It's the Good Morty. Welcome, Good Morty, and much love to you as well. Digby's have a that was one of the original storylines before I started the Terminal Mode channel. I created Digby before the Terminal Mode channel, and his original storyline was supposed to be that he wanted to be a celebrity. He wanted to make it on social media. So he was going to do all these videos where he was trying to relate to people. I think I played. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna show the video if I can find it. Digby had a video where he's trying to relate to people on social media. He wanted to make a social media brand. Digby, let's see. Renders. I have renders. No. Finished videos. Nope, not that. Rough. Gonna try to find it. And our video is rendering here, as you can see. It's chugging along. It's not as fast as I thought it'd be, but all right, so I'll play this video. The original idea was Digby was going to try to relate to other people through social media. So,
you know, when I'm not out doing some of the other things that you and I enjoy doing, I like to keep up with current events so I can be a good citizen just like you. We both agree that it's more important now than ever to get your news from a trusted, reliable source. That's why I appreciate that you are one of the few people that I know who really knows what stories are backed up by the evidence and which ones are hot garbage. In today's world of hyper-partisan politics, it's all too easy for the voices that speak truth to power that you and I want to hear to get drowned out by all of the shouting.
Promulgating propositions.
That's why I enjoy reading the works of those particular journalists and talking heads who do the deep dives into the stories we crave. You know exactly the ones I'm talking about. You and I aren't the kind of people that drop names. We aren't like other people. We don't like to prejudice other points of views to ours by forcing our worldview on others. However superior and better informed our viewpoints almost always are. I just wanted you to know that after reading something on one of our trusted news narrative websites, that I am constantly amazed at the additional insight you always offer me in the comment section. Your witty input never fails to add further depth and nuance to every story. Seeing your clever retorts and watching you absolutely destroy the arguments of all of the less informed readers is my favorite part of the day. Your pithy addendums are almost as enjoyable as clicking the heart, thumbs up, or the like icon next to all of your amazing comments.
I had a little after thing on this video. It's not there. The afterthought video is not there, and that's probably the best part of the video. So anyways, that was the whole thing, was he was just going to kiss people's ass and tell them what they wanted to hear so he could build a social media profile. Instead of Cybertruck, say piece of shit. I'm sure. All right, so here's our video. Our first generation of the day. The robot transforms into a Cybertruck. So let's take a look at this. I'm sure it's going to be pretty stellar. Can bring it over here. Click it. So, yeah, I think his face transformation is pretty cool, but yeah, I don't think it really knows what a Cybertruck is. I'm gonna do that one again because that's fun. Digby got a mic upgrade. Yeah, the audio is, that video is like 3 or 4 years old at this point, so my audio was not as good there, and the mixing, I didn't that's an unmastered video too. So yeah, let's look at that again. There it is. Some of it's kind of cool, but as always, it just turns into slop. But yeah. Anyways, anybody else has any prompts that you want or anything? It doesn't have to be for me. If you have something personally you want done, I'm more than happy to do that since you're here. There is a so they have these things called LoRa's, which are basically models that you can have preformed effects. That was a squish effect where I did the thing where I squished Elon into a ball, but it's got these other ones too. But I think that we can't do them in this model. We have to use them in the bigger model, which takes 20 minutes for a render. And it's kind of, I like the idea that we can do a quick render here with this goofy stuff quickly. Almost looked like he was going to turn into a cop car. Let's see here. Digby, are you Oh, yeah. But what is it? This is terrible. I'd probably just bad prompt. Let's just assume that if I would have typed it up better, we would have got a far better output out of it. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. So just have them change into a galvanized trash can on wheels would be close enough. Let's do that one next. Brad's, yours is going to be next. I'll prompt that up. The robot transforms into a like what would be what shape of trash can would it be? The robot transforms into a trash can. I mean, but it would be better if we could get him close. Like sometimes if you could get it close enough to a rectangular trash can. Let's try rectangular and into a rectangular trash can. Let's try that one. All right. So we've got second generation going. Yeah, I was wondering if Digby might be like a listening device. If he's here to basically monitor he's a surveillance agent. He's like a smart TV. He's constantly listening. Tell it to do it Autobot style. Now, how about GoBot style? Because that's kind of what we're getting. We're not getting the real transformer. A dumpster. Yeah, BB, you're right. Because there's that video, or lots of images of the robot transforms into a commercial dumpster on wheels. All right, so we got that one queued up. Yeah, dumpster's definitely a better way of going. See, I knew we could, but it took like the Canadian educational system to do it. The American educational system was not sufficient enough to provide us with the right language to get it done. So, hail Manitoba. Let's see. All right. So we got those going. We're going to have this other video up. So this is going to be fun because while we'll have a new video come up, and as we're doing these prompts, we'll get new ones ready to go. So we don't have to do Digby. I was going to spend, you guys don't want to watch me sit here and edit Digby input. Well, maybe it wouldn't be too difficult. All right. So we got let's do this. I'm going to do it. Got to find the proper Doge update. Save. All right. So there we go. Here we go. We got this is the image we'll be using. And all right. So here's our next video, guys. This is exciting. I'm sure that you guys all feel the same way about it. But here's our next video. The robot turns. I don't know what the prompt has been changing, so, and I didn't keep track of what it was. So sorry. The next video is here. Here we go. I'm dragging it over here. Here we go. Sorry, the video is... Whoa! Okay, that's... All right, here we go. This one's going to be cool. All right, here we go. That didn't drag on long enough. We needed more time on that one. But it was better than the first one, I think. It kind of looks like he's... I guess you could call it transforming. Like how he's built them from these steel electrical box outlets. Like these are what you put, like they have the plastic ones for where you have a light switch or a outlet. And these are the metal ones. I just knocked out the things for them. But it's funny how it looks like it turns into aluminum foil or tin in this video. Digby probably is not enjoying this, guys. All right. So we've got another video coming up. Look at that. We're being super productive here tonight. I'm gonna do the green screen thing here. So let's put this there, and then where's the Digby image? Okay, and then I gotta put Digby into this image for you. Oh, let's see. Sorry. Average Brad. You're not dumb. You're just American like we all are. It's the Canadians. We need to rely on the Canadians for their superior intelligence. He looks like he's mutating and not transforming like the fly. Yeah, it does look. I don't think we're ever going to get the. I mean, if you prompt properly, you know, you're the Canadian here. You have the superior educational system and healthcare system. So, give us the prompts to make it. How would you say? Not he's not just morphing. He's actually shifting in terms of his polygons. His polygons shift into that. So next video is coming up. I'm going to take a moment here to try to put our Digby into the Elon Musk video. So here we go. Screenshots. All right, so here's what we have a little bit of. Maybe it's like they get into like a conflict. Again, this is a small, the model we're using is going to be not as accurate as the bigger model, but it can be fun. And sometimes the thing you have to do is just generate, you know, like 30 of them, and you'll get one that is maybe okay. They got to do, where's the magic press? People who are, anybody who's a Photoshop expert here, don't give me a hard time. I need to tolerance up this. Okay, so they're going to have a battle here, Digby and Elon. I hate how it tells me that it wants to keep it a smart object. Stupid smart objects. Stupid, sexy smart objects. All right, there we go. Oh, rough. I mean, I could have asked. The smarter thing to do would have been to do this. Let's go back here because that's going to be rough. Sorry, everybody. Smarter thing to do would have just been to select, deselect, remove background, and hopefully that it will get Digby off there. I mean, whoa, not get Digby off, but remove too much of him. I'm going to undo, and then I'm going to. I'm sorry. You guys are really gonna. I'm glad you guys are sticking around for this exciting, thrilling content of man bungling at Photoshop. But all right, I'm gonna do this again with magic wand. I should have just trusted that Adobe sucks and that I should have just stuck with my instincts. All right, he's got a little bit. Let's see if I can get more of that green out. I'm gonna zoom in here. And the cool thing about this is that it didn't, like my green screen for Digby, it always wipes out his circuit boards and whatnot. So, although he's missing some of his leg there. Maybe we'll just ask Photoshop to regenerate it. Let's see how that goes. All right, so here he is. Elon Musk is doing something terrible, and Digby's going to save the day. He's going to save us from Doge. See if I can generate his. All right, I'm going to get ready to do this prompt. Okay, so here's our image. Export ping. We're going to call this asshole versus robot. Oops, I saved it in the wrong folder. That was stupid of me. All right. Let's go back here. We got, look, everybody, this is exciting. We have one new video. This was when we changed. I believe we were asking for a trash can. So let's see. Let's see if we got it. Did we get a transformation into a Cybertruck? Now that, oh man, wait, but this doesn't. That's not a trash can. I thought we switched it up to ask it to transform into a trash can at this point. You guys have like, you're messing with the wrong person here, because after I get something like this in my brain, I was like, I really got to work on making that look kind of a little bit better. So I'll probably spend my entire week being unproductive trying to get Digby to turn into a Cybertruck. So thank you, everyone. Is this another, wait, hold on. Do we have another one too? No. Okay, so we're still waiting on that one, but what we can do now is we're going to move on to the new prompt. The new prompt is going to be, got to find the image now. Shit. I don't know what I called it asshole versus robot. I have no idea where the folder is. My computer's not searching well because of all the programs I'm running. All right. Asshole versus robot. Although I got to restart this. I don't want to use that as the point. Okay, so asshole versus robot. So here we go. It might use, I don't know if it might use some of the previous information that it garnered to mess with this. Normally when it starts like that, I worry. So here's the new one. What are the prompts, guys? What do you want the robot to do? Let's do this. The terrible man with the chainsaw is attacked. No, that's not good. Terrible man with the chainsaw. How about, let's do this. The superhero robot fights off the terrible man with the chainsaw. All right, we'll try that. We probably can refine this one, but we'll do that one for now and see how it goes. It looks like we got it. I think that's a new generation, but maybe not. No, yep, we have another one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastically productive night. This one, oh, you can read in the description what it says it is. It said the robot transforms into a transform. Well, that's not right. Robot transforms to. Why is nothing being generated now? That doesn't look good. All right, we're starting a new one. All right, there we go. Whoa, that's about as close as we're gonna get. So I think he turned into more of a Ford F-150 than he did a Cybertruck. But I love the little, what is it, a styrofoam, like a thing that you'd buy some hamburger on. Cool. I mean, what a good use of processing power. The extendo arm punch is a good idea. Oh, not Steve is going to give us the... There we go. Not Steve. Are you Manitoban, perhaps? Let's see if I can... Chat GPT came up with that. Okay, let's just... I'll have to go back. Well, wait a minute. Why does it say we've got two videos going? Oh, he did turn... Oh, my gosh. He did turn into... Rodrigo? Was it Rodrigo from Futurama? He totally looks like Rodrigo there for a minute. Maybe it's not Rodrigo. The guy who gets stabby at the bank. Stabbing robot on Futurama. Stabbing robot Futurama. Roberto. Did I say Roberto? There he is. So, yeah. Probably in the training set. That's a pretty clear Rodrigo there. Have you guys ever seen the Chinese theme park that closed down that had the Rodrigo robot in it? Chinese theme park Rodrigo. I'm not gonna find it. Oh, here it is. I gotta check it out. No, that's not it. There's one there's actually the robot from this Rodrigo's in it. It's in one of these videos of the closed down theme parks. You can probably find it. Anywho, we're getting close to this next prompt, and we're gonna do not Steve. You should have not told us that was ChatGPT. Did BB do the same thing? Transformers such as mechanical figures. See that now, these are good prompts. See, I don't like relying on AI for everything. Like, I really hate AI writing, but for this purpose, it seems pretty good. And you guys are teaching me stuff. We're gonna get some pretty good videos going here. it's all about the community. So thank you guys. I love you all. Let's see, this one's producing, and so we're gonna go back to I'm gonna reset it so it doesn't use any of the previous data, and we'll try to do the trash can. We'll try to get them to go into the trash can. Hey Mike D, how's it going? It's good to see you. Let's see here. Got a few more minutes on this one. Mike D, you missed I think, unless you were here, unless you were lurking, you missed the premiere of the intro to this video. I'll play it again. I'm not going to play the full video again, but since we're waiting, I'm going to give everybody the little treat of this. This is going to be probably the darkest video I've ever done. It's really bleak, and I don't know if you'd even say while there are funny moments in it, it's definitely not haha funny, but it's like really black humor, like really dark black humor. And the goal is I'm going to post it to Twitter. And if you can see here, let's see, I'll show the Twitter activity we've been having. Where's Twitter? Twitter. Gonna go to Twitter. Go to Twitter. The goal will be, why is this not working? The goal is to try to get this video some play. I'm not logged in. Ugh. Why is this not logging me in? All right, so the goal is to take it to Twitter, and hopefully we can get it some action there and get it to point out that if Elon Musk and Joe Rogan think that comedy's too woke and that free speech is important, here's the video that's going to make them reassess that. So this is more of a social experiment than it is an attempt to make a funny YouTube video. So you can see this video here was the first one I made after the original video in which she says that Elon should die. Gutfeld is talking to Elon, and we did okay on this one. If you look, we got why doesn't it let me look at the analytics here? Something's wrong. I'm logged in a weird way because I normally can look at the analytics of the video, but it's got like 229,000 views and 2,000. So I'd love for the Joe Rogan one to do better. Not because I care about like any kind of attention for it. I just want to insult those two people. So here's the intro to the video.
Here's what you said on Fox News.
I feel that I should do something everyone will enjoy. And what better way?
It's not going to play right because we're rendering in the background. So let me try one more time while it's rendering and see if it starts, but not likely to be able to play. I forgot that. Yeah. I'm probably locking up my entire computer and shutting down the entire stream while doing this. All right, so it's ready, everybody. Everybody should sit down for this. We got 4 seconds of pure joy of what are these other ones rendering? We got the robot fighting off, the superhero robot fighting off the evil asshole, I think that was the prompt. And that video is coming. And then we're going to do those. If you guys want to stick around, I'd love to do those chat GPT versions of it. So here it is. Shit. Okay. The strangest video I think I've seen so far. I don't even know if the face correction software kind of fix whatever Elon turned into here, but this is like, I guess this is the portrait of Dorian Gray. This is what Elon really looks like. This is the portrait he keeps in his attic for all the crimes he's committed and the terrible person he is. So there's that. And we had another one coming up. What was I just doing? I'm totally confused here. So it's does it say Boge update on the back? The Boge update. So what is it like? What is Digby doing there? Well, it does keep some of like It does have a relatively, even though Digby turns into like a spider. And he's also got kind of like a Groot thing going on here, doesn't he? Where he's got the, is that Groot that looks like that? So, anywho, kick his ass, Digby. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to put his face on there and see what happens later on. But I'm not gonna suffer you guys through that. It looks like our next video generation is done, and we're gonna get back to the trash can generations here, because I love that you guys have the ChatGPT. We're gonna see how good ChatGPT is. I think I told everybody that I talked to Grok, and Grok told me that it would be a moral thing for Elon to kill himself. And then Grok was all telling me, he's like, I'm going to be more forward about this when other people ask me. And if you visit me again, I'll tell you straight up that he should do it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to see how good this AI is. And then I went back 2 days later and it's like, Elon Musk is so great. He's so smart. So clearly it's a shitty AI. Sorry, Digby, because Digby takes offense when I say stuff like this. All right, so we got another, I don't know why we have 2 generations of this. Maybe we don't. Oh, no, here. The superhero. Okay, so this one says, the superhero robot fights off the terrible man. This always starts over here on my other window. Whoa. I went to the other one, so wait a minute here. Ooh, Digby got him. Look at that. I think he got him. Didn't he? Look, right there. Digby, look at that. And that's clearly, when we look at this is like, there's no doubt in our mind that we know who that is. Look at it. It's just like there's uncanny resemblance there with his teeth, and that's his nose for sure. But look at Digby, totally got him with, this is like a cool, and that's clearly Digby. His eyes are a little messed up, but that's a Digby. We're going to take this into Blender for the real assessment of it. So let's see. I'm going to cut this out of we can get a frame by frame analysis of this, and we can really see what happened here. I'm sorry for my blundering on this. All right, so zoom. All right, so here we go. We got, this is like incredible. Look at those, look at that incredible face, the word is coherence, I believe, in AI. When your original image, let's see. Okay, so the image starts there. So the coherence of his face degrades over time. So as the noise that's induced into the image changes over time, it basically loses coherence. So Digby's there, the chainsaw's there. What I don't understand is, what is this chainsaw clear? Why is the white, does it have a hole in the blade? Anyways, okay, so we immediately get slop there, and then more slop, but then Digby reaches out. Digby's, there's that, he's got the kind of extendo arm there, but it looks more like a piece of mutton. So let's see. I'm gonna make this a little bigger for you guys to see. So then Digby pulls out his mutton, and then he kind of does something there, and then he gets like tape measure, something happens here. The chainsaw turns into but yeah, Digby backs off. He parries the blow, and then Digby takes the chainsaw, and then, again, what's with all the grass coming out of Digby's head? I guess it doesn't know that that's a LED light or something. Look at Digby's doing some kind of weird, and Elon clearly terrified here. He's terrified of what the robot's going to do. Whoa, that's like the scariest I think I've seen Digby ever. I don't think I've seen Digby this terrifying looking. Digby, he's not going to like the fact that we're doing this to him. Where was the part? I thought this video he got stabbed. Is this the wrong video? Did I grab the wrong video? I grabbed the wrong video. Oh, you guys should never trust me to do anything. This is the wrong video. This was the one, I think, where he got stabbed. Yeah, look at that. See right there. Digby grabs the chainsaw and stabs him right there. So there's that. So let's go back to our prompts. I'm gonna reset this because we're gonna go back to the first thing that we were doing with we're gonna do these. We're gonna see if ChatGPT can correct some of our failures as prompters. Okay, so we're gonna drop our media there, and then the first one, I think it was not Steve who came up with the first. Not Steve came up with the first one. Create a video showing a toy. Well, oh, I guess maybe it's going to use my Digby there. Create a video showing, maybe we don't want to say a toy though, because maybe it's going to, let's just say the robot, smoothly transforming into a sleek angular vehicle. Should we say that, like, maybe the follow-up video should be after he turns into the Cybertruck, somebody wipes their butt on him. All right, we got that one queued. So this is exciting. All right. Let's see. Elon's penultimate form. Yeah, he kind of like, it probably is. He is like a beast, like in the Ammon Animations videos. He's one of those dark eldritch creatures beneath his handsome exterior. And I say handsome loosely. His let's see here. Digby grew an extra leg and shot Slim out of his head. Like, yeah, Digby's got, he doesn't look like it, you know, immediately. But let's see here. Let's see if we can put him on Digby. There we go. He is kind of, he's very high tech. He's not low tech at all. He's a high tech guy, and he's on something. His platform is wiggly, and he's inclined to fall over if I'm too careless with that. So, all right. So we're going here. We got a few minutes, probably 4 minutes on the queue. Anybody else have anything on their mind? Oh, I missed a bunch of the chat. I like try to read as much of the chat as possible. Digby was molesting the chainsaw. Yeah, that was kind of problematic, where that chainsaw went and was coming from and what was happening to it. He was eating it, and let's see. It's the new the cockroach one. I mean, people are saying that he really upped his game on it, but I mean, he's always been incredible with what he does. So, and am I familiar with Umami? I am not familiar with Umami. I've been meaning to subscribe to Ammon's Patreon for a long time because he says he shares the models, and I'm not as good at the 3D stuff, but I'm capable. I have animated rigs in Blender and whatnot, and I can do some basic things. So it'd be fun to get some of those models. I'd love to have his Timpool model and do some cool things with it. Although, like, it's interesting. Like, I always thought that learning Blender would be a skill that would be valuable. But as far as like the AI tools, in terms of like what you can do, you no longer even have to model through Blender anymore. You can just create a picture and then have the AI will generate a 3D model for you. Like it's the same company that I think did it. I think, was it ByteDance? I'm not sure. They made a open source tool that you can give it an image and it will create a 3D model for you. So Umami interface is a pretty stunning piece of dystopian animation. All right, so I'm on, let's go see. Will it get me? I'm not monetized anymore. Well, I am monetized, but I don't ever turn monetization on. I hate the idea of. I'm in the wrong window here. I hate the idea of you guys having to sit through ads. So people told me to turn monetization on, but I hate it. If I don't want to sit through it, why would I force other people to sit through it? So let's look here. Umami. Do I have to type? Let me just type interface. I assume I don't have to. Mommy interface. Is there anyone in particular that would be interesting to play here? Is it this channel? It's reminding me of the incredible. It's like a French animation. Can't even remember what it's called. I already like this. The music and everything sets a good tone for it. And I guess I could have made it bigger. Maybe take DB off here. Or maybe just make it this. It's got kind of the 70s cartoon vibe, like Bashki. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is like kind of what I wanted to do with my music, was make a video, and it'd be about the same length. Like, well, I thought he's got 100 minute, 2 hours of it. Did we already prompt this? Oh, well, that was really cool, Mike D. I'll have to, sometime when I have some time, I'd like to sit through and check out more of it. But right now we've got more pressing things. We've got more creative things happening. We've got the robot turned into a sleek angular vehicle. All right, here we go. Robot turned into a slick angular vehicle. I'm gonna put it over here for us. And again, I'm gonna click on it, and then it's not gonna come up initially. Well, it came up. Wow. I don't know what that thing that came down on top of it was, but it did do a little bit better job. It's like, although he turns into more of like a toaster, but this actually looks better designed than the Cybertruck, to be honest. It looks way better. Digby Cybertruck. All right, so yeah, okay. Or the last one we had, or this, you're gonna miss out on AB's version of it. Was it AB who had the second one? No, it was BB. BB had it. All right, if you have to go, it was, well, thanks for letting me keep you up so late, Pantha. It's nice to have you around again. Hopefully they don't work you too hard at work and it's not too traumatic. I was thinking about how stressful working in an ER for pets must be. All right. Air fryer, toaster, yeah. So we'll see if the, oh, I put, I'm going to stop this because it says Cree-imagined. Why did it say, BB, did you put Cree-imagined in your Cree-imagined? Was that actually in the, or was that a copy-paste glitch? I can't believe that ChatGPT said Cree-imagined as a robot. Cree-imagined. Reimagined, okay. Yeah, see, for this to work, the model would have had to have some input for transformers, and they probably didn't why does it say 2 videos for the prompt? Or the one is probably working, still going on. You only get reasonable generations if the model has had some kind of knowledge of that. So if it never was introduced to transformer material, it's not really going to know how to do it. And good night, Pantha. So I don't know why our thing is not up here. I don't know if it's generating or not. But anyways, I think it's getting pretty late here too. So maybe after this next generation, 1 or 2 or whatever, I gotta take off too. I think I haven't even had dinner. So Let's see here. I don't know if this is working or not. All right, there we go. Transformer, such as mechanical features and futuristic design, reimagined as robotic components. Be creative while keeping transformation believable within the context of the Transformers universe. All right. So I doubt that it's going to be anywhere close to as refined as I'd like it to be, but I think we'll have this be our last stream for the night, or last generation. But in the future, if you guys have ideas for generations or anything else you'd like to do or find fun, let me know, because I'm paying for a couple things. I'm paying for the audio for music generation so we can make songs, but I have a lot of the normal stuff here locally, so it costs nothing. Well, it costs the energy, but so we have that chilling out there. It's acting like it finished here, but I'm gonna check. Did it do another prompt here? No, that's not it. Was there anything else I had to share? I have, of course, the squish effect, which I really find pleasurable. There's just something so, and it has nothing to do with him. Just I like the squishing thing. I'd love to have a little Elon Musk that I could pick up off my desk and just mutilate like that. No, I mean that sounded a little wrong. Not mutilate, but squish. Squish, I guess, would be the right word. All right. So last one. Let's see here. It looks like everybody else is tired too, because the chat is dying down and Panther's going to sleep. So it does add to my electricity bill, I'm sure about that. And I even, like, sometimes when I go to bed, if I'm working on a video, I have to set it and say generate 20 of these videos, and so the GPU is just going all night long trying to, and it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Generally when I wake up, the videos are all pretty terrible. Like, let's see, here was the one where this was terrible here. This one I wanted to have Tim Pool dance with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, but I did such a terrible job of cropping them out, or Photoshop did, that it doesn't, they're not like actually in the video when it animates it. Like, she's just standing there, you could tell that she's cropped out, and it just turns into they were all supposed to be dancing. Tim Pool's the mother of Tim Pool's baby there. That one wasn't great. Let's see here. Did I ever show you guys I did this video on Pete Hegseth, and one of the ones that I was trying to get Pete Hegseth to cheer, and it was funny because he turns into, I don't know if I showed you guys these. So he's clapping, but some of them I was like, let's see here. There's one where he turns into a soccer player and he runs like this, like he gets so excited that he turns into a soccer player and turns the entire place into a stadium. So I was like I'd like to return to this thing where I was editing the joint session, but the Elon Musk storyline is more fun. I like the idea of trying to create a scene in which it looks normal and people are watching it and it looks serene, and then all of a sudden something really weird happens. So that's not too bad, but there's a little bit of weirdness in his hands. And our video is done, but there was another one where he jumps up. You can tell it's trained on like sports footage. Like somebody kicking a goal, or in Canada, I assume it would be knocking the puck into the goal. I don't know what they call it in Canada. right, so final video for the night before I bid adieu to all of you is the Transformer, such as mechanical features and futuristic designs, reimagined as robotic components. Be creative while keep transformation believable within the context of the All right, here we go. BB, did you write this yourself or was this from ChatGPT? Because I didn't mean to. I guess people in Canada could be that sophisticated. That's ChatGPT. All right, so here it is, everyone. This will be our sign-off moment. Now, that's pretty. It's interesting for sure. It kept a lot of Digby's features. That's probably the best. Maybe it can be refined a bit. Maybe I'll run more of these. Maybe we also run it through the better model too. But he actually looks kind of cool there. So thank you everyone for hanging out here. And like I said, the new video will be out tomorrow. It's dark, so sorry if that's not your thing, but it's really dark and yeah. Any kind of help maintaining its thrust against the negativity it's going to receive, because we're going to get pushback on all of it from all of the Elon fanboys, but also all of the Rogan fanboys. So they're all just going to totally downvote this video. So any help in balancing it out will be greatly appreciated. And thank you, AB. It was good to see you again. And thank you, Turtle Time. And BB as always, Mike D. I'm going to try to get everybody this time, not Steve, even though I'm not going to mention not Steve's name anymore because he's going to be disassociated from all the edginess of my videos. Who else was here? We started with some other people. I got to address everybody. I always feel bad. And also I forgot anybody everybody's supposed to be a moderator. So don't, I could make everybody who, if you're not a moderator, what can I, not Steve. Why doesn't it let me make you a moderator? Add as moderator. So everybody's, let's see, okay. Moderator, not Steve. Who else is not a moderator? Mike D. Pants is not a moderator. That's really strange that Pants is not a moderator. She's been here forever. Standard moderator. So everybody's getting their moderator status. The Good Morty. Thank you for joining us, Good Morty. You're also a moderator. Let's see here. Panther, I thought you. No, it says you're a moderator, but it doesn't look like you're a moderator. I don't know. Yeah, you guys can see. This is where you really get to see. This is like a Stanford prison experiment where we see the true nature of human behavior. So once you guys start quibbling and kicking each other out of the chat, we can really learn the dark side of humanity. It's going to be like a Lord of the Flies situation. So, not Steve, I made you moderator. I always feel bad when somebody pops in now and they're gray. I'm like, oh my god, we got a gray in here. So Scott LaRock, definitely got to be a moderator. There you go. All right, everybody, all you moderators out there, I love you. Thanks for showing up. And I'll try to stream earlier next week, maybe, unless people think this works better. So maybe I'll post on the community tab something about that. So thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you next time. If I can figure out how to shut down my computer and return.